Welcome Art 3 to the introduction of your new project. So we have been talking contour, right? Remember, contour lines are the lines that surround the outer edges of the subject, giving it shape and volume. So we talked a little bit about contour drawings, and you even practiced some taking a couple of items out and drawing them. So now we did a cross contour as well. That was the last project that you just turned into me. Remember, cross contour lines are the lines that travel across the surface. Here's a couple examples. We went over these. This is just a review, guys, just kind of getting through this. The last thing you did was upload some pictures of some contour drawings. So let's kind of segue into our very first kind of like major project that we're going to be doing, and that is a contour portrait drawing of one or more faces. So your objective, you will observe your portrait in a self-study. Through your imagination, you will be able to apply the elements and principles of art to create an original piece using Sharpie and watercolor. Now, I want you to observe your portrait. However, I'm completely open to you taking a photograph of somebody else and observing their portrait. So here are a couple of examples. The one on the left, obviously they use 3 different portraits, but you see how they like intertwined them. There's great movement and flow. The one on the right is definitely a continuous line. You can see that all the lines kind of connect together. Both of these I think are super dope, and you could do those as well. If you take notice to those on the last screen and these, the gaze is not directly facing you, which I think makes the painting a little bit more interesting. So that's kind of what we're going to be working with your portraits. So right now I want you to practice doing some blind contour drawings. Now, we haven't done these. A blind contour means that you are looking completely at your subject and not at your paper. So right now I want you to pause this video, find somebody, and see if you can just take a look at them and draw their face 2 different ways, not just looking directly at you, maybe looking off to the side. Pause now. Okay, as of right now, you should come back on, and you've done 2 blind contour drawings with a partner. Remember, you better not have been looking at your paper. All right, so for this project, I really want you to keep in mind movement and rhythm. Movement is the path the viewer's eyes takes through the work of art, often to the focal areas. So if you look at a piece of work and your eye seems to kind of float around the page or the sculpture, then that has great movement. Now, rhythm is defined as a strong, regular, repeated pattern of movement or sound. It's created when 1 or more elements of design are used repeatedly to create a feeling of organized movement. Rhythm is a little bit harder to define. It really is. But rhythm and movement are 2 principles that almost always coincide in design. So right now I want you to pause this video and write both of these definitions down in your sketchbook. All right, at this point in time, you should have written both of these definitions down, as well as done a couple of blind contour portraits of somebody else or yourself looking in the mirror. So using a mirror, I would like for you to kind of create 4 to 6 thumbnail sketches with graphite and Prismacolors of a composition with at least 1 contour drawing of a portrait. So your final composition should have more than 1 contour drawing of a face. You can just look at your face for now, but it wouldn't be a bad idea to kind of put down some notes for anybody else. You're going to be working on this until the 25th. I must see 4 before you move on. Remember, your final composition should be in Sharpie with watercolors. So this is